right? Would you say, though, that relationships have changed in these days and times? And do you think they've changed for the better or the worse?
I think it's, a question like this is so hard because we weren't around in those times.
Yeah, but you can still look back and have an opinion.
We can do. So my opinion is that it's got worse, but I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. But I just think that with like nowadays, I just think so many things have got worse because we are exposed to so much. Like we are seeing what happens like 100 miles across the world, and all of this information is being taken in, and we're having opinions on so much, and we're seeing this person with this and that person with that, where back in the day, like a long time before the internet, you'd see the people in your village.
Yeah, it was very simple. I think if we were to ask the women from that time, like 50 years ago, 100 years ago, if they think what they had, their setup was better,
do you think they'd look at us and think we were crazy?
Yeah, but then all older generations think that about younger generations. But I do think we don't relate to each other as well. I don't know.
Who doesn't?
Men and women.
Right.
I do
in
see
today's
that.
day and age.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're very against
the merging of roles, the merging of there's no such thing as a man, there's no such thing as a woman. Everyone's the same. Like that whole merge.
Everyone's non-binary.
Yeah, we're all just like, everyone can do everyone's job, and it's just like that's what's causing it.
Or I think as well, people are focusing on like their struggle, like their experience. So, for example, you like to put a lot of blame on women. Women are the problem.
I don't use the term blame. I just highlight things that the modern day women
do. Women do that, and women.
Yeah, you will. I just highlight certain things that modern day women do.
Do you highlight things modern men do?
Of course.
No.
Yes, I do.
Degree?
Rarely.
To an equal degree?
No. It depends on where you come from.
You see, because the thing is, I think more men need to speak to men. Because there's a big issue.
I do a lot. Yeah. I speak to men a lot. I take consultations with men.
Do more. You speak to them about what not to let the woman do to them.
I don't even know that.
I speak to men and I tell men, generally, you need to be focused initially on yourself and your purpose and find it, right? And what will happen is, I tell men, what will happen is when you focus on yourself and you build yourself up into the type of man that women of nowadays are looking for,
and
they will come.
What is that?
What do you think we're looking for?
Taking the women that want non-masculine men out of the equation, right? Because a lot of women nowadays want some kind of effeminate man that they can control, that they can tell what to do.
Who wants a non-masculine man? What do you want then? I'm just saying, for me, that's just...
Hang on.
That blows my mind. Like, what do you mean? I want my man to be masculine.
No, but the thing is, women nowadays say that, but you will hear a lot of women say, "Oh, I'll be feminine for the right man." That's what they say, which means you're in your masculine energy, right? Which means if you're in your masculine energy, that means you're looking to get with someone that complements you, which would mean the feminine. So you want your man in his feminine energy. So when I said taking the women out of the equation that want a feminine man, they want a man who's a leader. They want a man who is strategic, who is logical thinking, who is emotionally intelligent, right? And a man who understands what it is to raise children, right? And understand his role there. So when I speak to men, and I speak to a lot of them, because a lot of them in my inbox saying, "Oh yeah, bro, do you know I need the advice on this, blah, blah, blah." That's what I tell them to do.
Okay.
I tell them to be men. And the thing is, I tell them, I look at it like lions on the pride of Africa, right? When that lion steps on the field, all the women are like, "Oh, that one. Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one."
Can we stop using dusty lions?
Whatever
No.
Whatever terminology.
I can't take this thing with dust. Like the lions are the dustiest creature.
Sorry.
Do you know the men do nothing? They just lie on their back while the women go and hunt, bring back all the bacon. They just shag the kids and do nothing.
But I'm not talking about that context. I'm talking about the context of
use another animal.
Just when they show up.
I'm using it. Any animal that is the quote unquote, I don't even like using this term, but is a quote unquote alpha. I don't like using that term personally. That women see, there's a whole statistic that says that 20% of men are getting 80% of women. That's what it says.
Do you know what?
Okay, but hang on.
I really struggle with statistics because if you want to find a statistic, you can find one to tell you pretty much anything.
Well, yeah, whatever narrative you want to...
Exactly. And there's always something that will justify a narrative for something. So I'm not saying that that's necessary. I'm sure I haven't done research to know. But all I'm saying is that when you look at the natural order of things, I don't agree with the concept that it's men. I do agree with the concept that men need to be men and get themselves in a position where they're able to be men. You know, I wholeheartedly agree with that. I think it's so true. And I think women need to do it in different ways. But I don't like the idea that red pill rhetoric likes to use that and say that once you do that, now women must chase you. No, because then you're feminine again. Like, why would you do all of that work to make
It's not that they're chasing you.
Yes, they just see you.
They see you.
But then you still need to pursue
the woman you want. But you need to pick the one that you want.
Yeah.
You don't, they don't, you have to still do the chasing. But I would say that a man, for instance, that 20-80 rule that they have, right? If women were to generally give what they want in a man, give the list, right? Certain men would tick that criteria, certain men. And if you look at the amount, percentage-wise, of men that tick that criteria, it's not the majority of men.
No, I do think
not the majority of men.
I do think there's a shortage.
And that means that if 80% of the women generally want a man like that, that means those men have 80% of the women to choose from.
This is where another thing that people say a lot, but like, are you really telling me that out of those 80% of women, all of those women are the kind of women that those 20% of men want to date?
No, the men don't want to date those.
It's just as slim. Exactly. So the 2 percentages are just as small. Do you get what I'm saying? For different reasons.
No, hang on. What I'm trying to...
Do you understand what I said?
What I'm trying to say is, once the man knows he has that 80%, he chooses which ones of that 80% tick his criteria.
Certainly, but then you see it's not 80%, is it? Because his criteria will eliminate a good 60 to 70%.
Right, I agree.
So it's the 20% for the 20%.
So this is why
there is no disparity.
Is there a place where those two 20% can be?
Right. That's what
I need.
Right. So this is
my life.
So this is why I speak the way I speak. Average men and average women are missing each other.
Yes.
They're missing each other.
Yeah.
The average woman is saying, "Oh no, I want that guy. You're never gonna get him, love."
Yeah.
Okay. And the average man, I'll tell you something. The average man saying, "Here I am."
Yeah.
But the average woman's like, no, I want that guy. No. Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
The average man is not going for the average woman either. Come on, let's be real.
The average man can't. The average man. Let me tell you something about men. You two as women, no, you guys can be in your jogging bottoms with a bonnet on and walk out of the house and still get male attention.
This is true.
Yeah, for sex.
Yeah.
Right, for sex, but it's still attention, right?
So?
But average men don't even get the attention from women. They don't even get the attention because they're average.
But currency, who cares?
Women care about that currency in these days and times. Women care about that currency.
But if
that's why Instagram exists, because the currency is, oh, look at me.
Yeah, but you don't want that man. I think we're kind of going off a little bit onto something a little bit different, because we were talking about, who actually wants who. Not who wants someone's attention for a second to make them, to boost their ego. I'm saying who is actually getting in a relationship.
But average men don't mind average women.
Really?
Listen.
Until they come up.
No, listen. Because then they're not average no more. Then they're not average no more. Right?
So is the average woman wrong?
No. So but the thing is, women practice hypergamy. Women practice hypergamy though.
Yes.
More so than men. Right. So so the average man is actually okay with the average woman. The average woman, or is it that men and women have different types of quote unquote average?
Yes.
Is that the problem?
Yes.
It could be that. But I'm saying the average man does not mind an average woman, but in my experience, for now, until if they get a come up or they win the lottery or whatever.
I agree.
So it's almost like we built them, like we helped them build to where they need to get, and then they left.
And saying no thanks.
So shouldn't the average man and the average woman be looking for each other?
Yes, if they're going to stay average. But if you want something different for yourself, you better level up in some way.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of people
could constantly be trying to improve.
But what if they level up together?
Oh, excellent, good.
Right.
Crack on.